What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. Today is our first roster update predictions. Everybody give a good old round of applause. Those words I never thought would be uttered out of this orifice, but it's true. And I have no idea how exactly it's gonna work, because we've had some guys play 3 to 4 games. Up to this point, we're gonna have to see. Leave a like down below, as always, really does help me out immensely. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Just hit 42,000. That's crazy. Let's try and hit 50,000. Getting into this one, so preface before we get into this. Apologies. Again, it is just really weird. I'm not exactly sure. It's gonna really be telling after this first roster update, because this is gonna be on Friday. Yep, there's gonna be tonight's game, and tomorrow, and the next day, and I think that's it. No more Mr. Krabs quotes. I think that is going to be about 6 to 7 games max, and that's already going to be due for a roster update. We're getting one every single week. So I have 10 guys who I think are pretty safe bets. Of course, the reason why we do these roster update predictions is because we go over golds going to diamonds, silvers going to golds, and let's just say, for example, we were to see Starling Marte. Imagine he was actually having, I think he's actually doing pretty well. My D-backs are not doing well. My tertiary team. Rays, Twins, Starling Marte. That's my tier. Diamondbacks, that's my tier list. If they're doing really well, you think they're gonna go up to diamond, you buy them for the sell now. He's going for pretty cheap, and once he goes up to diamond, he's at minimum gonna go up to 5K, because that's the quick sell value. Likewise for silvers, let's say we were gonna invest in Sir Didi, another pull that's having a good season. Let's say he were to go up to gold, minimum is gonna be 1,000, and you guys can see you can make a bunch of stubs there. Let's stop the rambling, let's start the predicting, and we're gonna start with none other than Yoan Stanton. So this one is not much of a surprise to many. Of course, he came in hot with, I believe, the first home run of the 2020 season. That was pretty interesting, and of course it was kind of interesting to some people that he was left at a gold card beginning off the year, considering he won the MVP in 2017, had a great year in 2018, didn't really play much last year. So Yoan Stanton, in 2020 against right-handers, he is 4 for 9 with 2 home runs and 3 extra base hits. Like I said, never in a million years would that be warranting of getting an upgrade, having 9 at-bats. He doesn't have any stuff against lefties, but in 2018 rather, no, this is 2019. He had 288, 403 on base, 492 slug in 72 plate appearances, 3 home runs. 2018, 266, 509 slug, 38 home runs, 75 extra base hits. I really think all he needed to do was so that he could still swing the salami, and I think he's done exactly that. I think this is going to be something we consider warranting of an upgrade. Technically, you would think at least the contact going 4 for 9. Like I said, this is weird. We're going to have to get used to this until we get maybe a month into the season, and then it's going to be like normal. I wish they would have given it a week or two to marinate a little bit the statistics, but he's coming in at 3.3 thousand. You're going to still be able to make a good amount, and he's probably one of my most confident picks out of anybody this week, so I definitely think you guys should invest in him. Moving on to my very own Tampa Bay Rays, the 3-1, the AL East leading Tampa Bay Rays, shall I have you. Brandon Lowe, not Lowe, Brandon Lowe has been going off. He's been really, really good despite not playing the first game. In 2020 against righties, he's hitting 4 for 11 with 3 extra base hits, 2 triples, by the way. And against lefties, he's perfect, 3 for 3 and 2 extra base hits. On top of that, in 2019 against right-handers, in specific, because I think he's kind of underrated there, should get upgraded regardless, hit 278, batting average 355 on base, 543 slug, at a total of 899 OPS, 14 homers, 31 extra base hits. Really like Brandon Lowe a lot. Of course, rookie sensation last year, was an all-star in his rookie season, something some other infielders in the American League East cannot say for the 2019 2019 season. I don't think he's going to go gold yet, but I do think this is a future gold investment. I'm going to say 76 up to 78. Typically, I like to only talk about golds going to diamonds or silvers going to gold. We don't have that many that I could really see based off these sample sizes. But this is another one, Yoan Moncada. I really almost didn't want to list off his 2020 stats because that shouldn't matter whatsoever. I don't know how this man was a silver coming into this year. And I'll read it off first. 2019, he had 315, 367 on base, 548 slug, 915 OPS, 26 homers, 64 extra base hits. And he had a 500 slug against lefties. That warrants 46 power. Something is not adding up here, but on top of that, 2020 against righties, hitting 4 for 8, a homer, and 3 extra base hits. I really don't know what else this man needs to do to prove that he is gold worthy. I'm going to say up to an 80 overall. Going for 500 could easily double your stubs up on that card right there. Moving, or staying rather, in the AL Central, we're talking about everybody's favorite baby, Justin Bieber. Really good stuff last year. He's had one start, but I think that might be warranting to actually give him diamond. Again, we're going to have to see really what the threshold, how quick they are to make these judgments, but he was really good in his one start. 6 innings, 4 hits given up, 14 strikeouts, a walk, and 0 earned runs. That broke some kind of record for the Tribe. I don't exactly remember what it was. And then again in 2019 had a 3.28 ERA, 230 opponent batting average, 1.05 whip, 259 strikeouts to just 40 walks. So I think his K9 definitely should be going up based off last year and especially this year. 14K per 9, that's getting up there in the all-time greats for good old Justin there. So last one we're going to be talking about in the American League, that is going to be a fan favorite, David Fletcher. He's been having a nice start to the 2020 season for the Los Angeles Angels. He is hitting 7 for 12 against righties with an extra base hit. Against lefties, hitting 1 for 3 with an extra base hit. In 2019, his batting average was good. Against righties, hit 296 on the season in total and 276 against lefties. The power maybe could go up like 1, maybe 2. The contact definitely should have been going up last year a bit. He has the defense to carry him the way at second base to get him to gold. I think this is a pretty sure bet. Another lock, I'm going to say. Definitely go ahead and invest in David Fletcher at 658 stubs. Moving on to the National League. First, we are going to be mentioning Victor Robles for the Washington Nationals. He had a good season last year, and he's been killing it so far this year as well. In 2020, he has went 4 for 9 against righties with the homer, and against lefties he has went 1 for 3 with an extra base hit. Again, all of this sounds weird as I'm reading it off, acting like that's huge numbers to go through 10 at bats. But 2019 against right-handers, this is where I'm going to spotlight. Hit 257, 319 on base, 428 slug, 746 OPS. Hit 14 homers and 38 extra base hits. Maybe that's warranting to help him boost a couple points if those what would it be, 12 at bats is not enough. What else can he say? Victor Robles has got to go up to gold. And another pretty sure pick on my part, and he's only going for 537 stubs, so another nice investing margin for y'all. Moving to the Mets, we're going to talk about Michael Conforto. Again, somebody I think is going to be going up to gold, up to an 80 overall. Conforto in this year against lefties is hitting 4 for 6, a homer and 2 extra base hits. Against righties, he hasn't really done anything, but this is kind of my perspective on it. I don't think they're going to nab somebody really for going 0 for 4. I think that's not really going to knock somebody any attributes. I think they're more so looking for the fast starts to guys, and that's how they're going to upgrade. I think they're going to be, by all means, if you go 0 for 20, then maybe we're going to start talking about something, but I think we're not going to be so quick to do the downgrade. So Michael Conforto in 2019, 33 homers, 63 extra base hits, 856 OPS. Think he should have been gold regardless to start out MLB The Show 20, but I think he is going to get the upgrade. Moving over to the Cubs, we're going to talk about 2. The first, this is my only question mark because I'm not sure. I think Rizzo deserves an upgrade. Arguably could have been a diamond to start the season. Had a pretty underrated season last year. Against righties, he's 3 for 7. 3 homers. He is tied for the league lead in round trippers, all against righties, so maybe that's enough to boost him. I think his defense is still kind of underrated. He has a platinum glove, which I didn't even know until I looked it up, and he has like 4 or 5 gold gloves under his belt. Most recent, I think, was 2018 or 2017, which he won that. I don't know. I'm going to say 84. I'm going to be conservative here. Would I be surprised if he was 85? Not particularly. Anything could happen in the year 2020. Moving on to Kyle Hendricks, a guy that I thought really didn't get the love he needed last year because he had really good stuff towards the latter half of the season for the Cubs trying to make that push. Kyle Hendricks in 2020, of course, well, he just got a Tom Snell card, went 9 innings. He threw a shutout, I believe. Let me just fact check because apparently I forgot to write that down. But Kyle Hendricks, he did throw a shutout. He did throw a shutout indeed. So I think that by itself, no matter what scale you're looking at, instead of looking for going 3 for 4, I think throwing a shutout complete game is pretty damning. So I think he's going to go up 2-78. He's not going to go gold, I don't think. He had a good season last year, post All-Star game, 3.42 ERA, 2.43 opponent batting average, 1.08 whip, 65 strikeouts, never been that kind of pitcher, to 13 walks, which is good. He definitely controls his stuff. So I think this is a future gold investment and somebody that kind of we needed just to talk about. And then finally, my last guy, I don't think is going to get upgraded to the next tier, but I do think he's going to go up to an 84 overall, and that's Justin Turner. The Dodgers, y'all split the Giants series. If people are going to talk shit about the Jays taking 1 against my Rays, how about the San Francisco Giants led by Brandon Belt, Austin Slater, taking on the Dodgers and splitting the series? But Justin Turner, a bright spot. Against righties, 5 for 8, 3 extra base hits. Against lefties, 2 for 7, another extra base hit. So righties is not his power side, nor his contact side. I think we're going to see a boost for him right there. Again, 2019 post All-Star game, I was considering him for diamond possibly, but they downgraded him coming into 2020. 284 batting average after the break, 366 on base, 605 slug, 971 OPS with 17 homers and 27 total extra base hits. Of course, the reason why he's not diamond is the feeling, all the athleticism is not really there for the old bearded bitch. He's not a bitch. The old bearded garden gnome Justin Turner. That's a bit more PG friendly, and I have nothing against the man. He's underrated. I think he's going to potentially get to diamond if he keeps up the same pace through the first 4 games. He's on fire. Make sure and watch out for Justin Turner. Just like his hair, he is on fire, red hot. So that's gonna do it for this prediction video. Like I said, we're really gonna have to see what's gonna actually happen for the roster update. This is gonna happen on Friday. I said a couple locks that I really am confident in, but I'm not really sure. Let me know some guesses, some guys that are going up, some guys I don't think anybody's going to be going down, really. Nobody's been that atrocious, have they? I don't think so. But yeah, leave a like if you guys did enjoy this video. Subscribe if you guys are new. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. There comes out. Yeet.